Is Amazon more dangerous than Google? Yeah, this one's going to be sued. Welcome to the Mystery Machine on Sidetrack Sides. So, for legal reasons, I'm going to say very quickly, by dangerous, I mean the ability to cause harm or the risk of invading our privacy. Well, imagine for a second, if they were run by an evil mastermind, a bald fella who creates, like penis-shaped rockets, then how evil and how much harm could their companies cause? Now, we know Google has got into, let's say, a little bit of trouble over the years. They have accidentally mined our data and spied on us and done other fun things like that. But is Amazon actually far more dangerous? The actual risk of having one major company involved and controlling so much of our data is the making of many, many sci-fi and thriller movies. Many novels have been written about what if a company like this genuinely did turn against us. Well, I'm going to argue today that actually Amazon is far more of a risk because they actually infiltrate, control, manipulate our lives far more than we ever realized. First of all, I'm going to talk about this thing. It's a dot. We've mostly all got one. They live in our homes and they listen to us. The only way actually to stop it listening to you is to literally unplug the damn thing. Now, you're going to say, Jay, what are you talking about? Amazon aren't spying on me. Why would they? Well, it is actually a fact that these things do listen to us. They pick up on keywords and they then stick that into an algorithm, and you will then all of a sudden see adverts for things that you've been discussing. This has happened to me actually several times where I was discussing something with the wife, something random, say moving house, and all of a sudden a bunch of adverts from mortgage companies started appearing on Facebook, on my internet feed, on everything else, on my social media in general, or just straight up on Amazon. Amazon would all of a sudden message me saying, are you interested in this? Would you like to buy one? You're getting divorced, are you? Do you need a new house? This sort of thing. It does happen. It's happened to me repeatedly. And I bet if you think about it, and if you started thinking about it in the future, it will happen to you too. So straight up, Amazon is spying on you if you've got one of these devices or anything similar. But also, Amazon Prime has become the second largest search engine on the planet, only behind Google, if you consider it just as an engine for searching. So it always used to be YouTube's title, that used to be where we go to search for stuff. And it was always the second largest platform for that. It was recently overtaken by Amazon Prime, probably mainly because of the lockdown where we all just stayed in and had nothing to do. So we just searched on Amazon for stuff for like 2 years. So they have all of this information from listening to us. They have all of this information from what we search online for, from a consumerism point of view. They have their claws into what we like and what we want in the future. They can then manipulate those desires through advertising and focused advertising. The nice fuzzy way of saying that is that adverts are designed for what you actually want. We don't just scattershot adverts out there. We can focus them on what you want. Now, isn't that what we actually all do want? We want to see adverts for things that we actually need, right? But the other side of looking at that coin is that they are spying on you, and they are then trying to manipulate you. They are trying to get you to buy something that you think you want because they, through an algorithm, have identified certain keywords that you've either put into the laptop or said in front of your dot, and Siri is always listening. Now, obviously, what they're actually trying to do is make money. They're a business. But if I again go back to that initial point I made, what if they were actually run with nefarious reasons? What if they were actually out there to do more than just control what we spend our money on, but control us as a whole? They have the weapons, if they wanted to do it. And they also have something else. It's called AWS. It's Amazon Web Services. Now, everything's on the cloud nowadays. I'm 44 years old. I don't understand what that means. I keep trying to get stuff out of the cloud, but it doesn't seem to work. All of my photos go in the cloud, whether I like it or not. Damn you, Apple. And AWS currently is the most popular of these cloud service providers. So basically, how it works for the old people in the room, and this is very basic, they have servers and computers all over the world that you can then access. You don't actually need to store your things on your laptop or your phone, your computer. You can just access them through the Wi-Fi as you when you need it. Now, this has allowed my phone to be far more powerful than it otherwise would be. It needs far less memory than it otherwise would do because all my photos and everything are up there, and I just pick them out as and when I need them. Now, AWS is currently the most successful of the providers of this cloud processing and storage platforms. Large, massive businesses use these. For example, my laptop for my day job, I can remotely access all of my files. I can actually go on any laptop and access remotely my files. I don't need to actually store them on the machine. Now, that is very, very useful for me because I go from office to office, and wherever I am, it's like having my computer with me, even if I don't. Now, AWS is the largest and most popular of these because it's the cheapest. But why am I talking about this? Well, in the same respect that Google can access our information, it's possible. I'm going to, for legal purposes, say here that they don't, and there are actually regulatory bodies in charge of making sure that they don't. So I'm sure they don't. But they could, in theory, access our information from those servers. So again, it's your search history, your files, anything else that's really on there. Now, there is very strong encryption processes for all of these, but at the end of the day, it's the company in charge that knows how to access those. They put those security measures in. So if anyone can get around them, it's them. Google might have its hands firmly around the throat of the internet. It basically controls the internet. To search for something on the internet has become to Google it. You know, they are the main platform for all of this. And if they chose to be, they could be quite a dangerous company on the world. They've already broken our trust several times. And if they really wanted to, can you only imagine what they could do? However, Amazon are even more dangerous in lots of ways because they have a real world effect on us. It's not just what we look at or what we search for. They actually have access to all of that and what we buy, what we sell, what we watch on television. They have platforms through Amazon, Amazon Prime, and so on to manipulate and affect us in lots of ways. Through marketing, they can affect what we decide to watch. Through what we decide to watch, they can decide and affect what we then believe because people absorb information from our entertainment. Because whether you like it or not, you are absorbing information and being affected by the TV and movies you watch. In psychology, it's called social constructionism. Basically, what it means is that we use culture to affect society. We can actually affect what people believe to be important in lots and lots of ways. Governments have spent billions of dollars into research into this area. For example, 2 or 3 decades ago, if you smoked in a restaurant, that was fine. Today, if you smoke in a restaurant, people will actually make assumptions about you, and those assumptions will be that you're not a very nice person. So, through our entertainment, Amazon could, if they wanted to, affect us and change us. Through what we buy and what we spend our money on, they could manipulate and again change us. They can also spy on us through machines that we willingly buy off them. Do you know, again, one of the reasons why this thing is so cheap? Because they make it for cost. They actually make virtually no money off these things when they sell them to you. The whole point is to get them into your home. Now, how many sci-fi movies over the years have had that plot and that have not gone well for us? If Jeff Bezos ever did turn on us, he ever did become an evil genius like, Dr. Evil, then he actually has the tools to control, manipulate, and even take down society. So Google, yeah, that could be dangerous. Amazon, though, could actually be really dangerous. If you are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. It really helps us out. As always, please don't have nightmares It's all going to be fine, and I'll see you next time.